Hello YouTube, and how are you all doing today? This is my first video ever being posted and or being shown to the media itself. So I just want to get things off and say my name is Keeper the Gamer, and right now I'm going to be going over my very first loadout. So let's get on with it. Alright guys, as you can see right now, this is my character, and I am getting ready to reset my power points and my skill points for my earth tank. You can already see the loadout below, but I would just like to reset real quick so we can go through everything. Alright, so here we go. Gonna go and reset. I'm sorry, I just kinda like looking at my character, but you know. This is my home. A lot of TVs, you know what I'm saying? But real strong thing about Earth Tank is that it is all about damage reduction. So quite honestly, I go about it the way it was using Brick. But here we go. Let me go and activate the resetting of my powers and skill tree right now. Try to get a good angle. Here we go. So powers and skills. Boom. Alright, weak as can be. But let's start with powers and genokinesis. So you're gonna go right down the center. Boom, 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 and boom. Here we go. So seismic. You are pretty much gonna want the whole seismic. Down there, boom, and down here, boom. That's all you need. We're gonna go straight into iconics. You're gonna get Nano Weave, Powerful Resistance, Wisdom of Solomon for, you know, power over time for Brick, and then Intimidating Gaze for dominance. Alright guys, here it is. Wisdom of Solomon, obviously to get power back to Brick, to kind of make it feel as if you have two tanks in game, which is very, very helpful. Alright, skills. The fun part. Alright, I went down and I did dual pistol because personally I love nothing more than smacking somebody around with my pistols. I mean, who doesn't like smacking somebody around with pistols? So here we go. You're gonna want to go for a little bit of dominance and some health. You could also go for some defense if you want, but for me personally, I just like sticking it out with health and a little bit of defense. So, get that health and dominance. This is just your weapon mastery, but that is the weapon mastery you want to go for. Being a tank, you always want to go for that up close and personal weapon mastery. If you have that whole triangle from afar attack, honestly, that is really not going to do you much justice within tanking. You're going to get knocked down a lot, you're going to use your control resistance a lot, and obviously that takes a lot of time to rebuff, so you really don't want to do that to your character. So right now I'm just finishing up my skill points, get a little bit of health, get a little bit of defense. There was no dominance, so I took a little critical healing chance. Boom, go. Yeah, a little bit of critical attack. Because everybody knows when you knock them down, you go for that counter. But also in this video, I will not be showing you guys the full-on loadout in action. That will be for another video. That'll just be a little quick raid run that I'm going to do with my league, which is heavy-hitter elements. If you want to be down, let me know. I love taking on new members and I love working with new people. Oh, sorry. I said fix that real quick. Go back. Boom. And there we go. Alright. So at this point right now, what I want to do with the rest of my skill points is get these 5 over here. These are practically the best tank ads as possible for a tank. If you are a tank and you do not have these 5, you are messing up. Honestly, I'm just gonna let you go over what they really do, but you know, honestly, having these 5 abilities really makes a difference as a tank. If you don't have these, yeah, you can still get tanking done, but this just helps it go by that much easier. If you're new to tanking and you're new to playing DC, going that way is the best way in my personal opinion. Yet again, this is just a loadout that works for me. It may not work for you, but honestly, I'm just giving it to you so you can do as well and as good as you feel you can do. Especially coming new to the game, it's a good loadout. And I just want to prove that Earth is a good power. It just depends on how you use it. But right now I'm trying to find a little bit of dominance because I don't have a lot of skill points. So once I work up, obviously I'll build into almost every tree. But I am hunting for that dominance out. So I found my dominance. I'm going to get my dominance. And there we go. Now they're doing that. I'm going to go and show you my white mods. We have Fortified Blocking. We also have Breakout Regeneration. And continuing from here, Breakout Regeneration, we go to Reserve Tank. Then we have Deadly Block. Moving on to the hands, which gives us max damage. I like having max damage because I don't really like not doing that much damage as a tank. Because there are those times when you are in duos and your DPS sometimes does something stupid and you're fighting a sub boss and they do die. So having that damage out is good. But here we're going to go with the Earthen Grip, followed up by Epicenter. And that is kind of a group pull, pulling everybody, don't have to worry about anybody else. Then you want to have Gemstone Shield, which is your shield. You want to press the melee button on that 4 times, by the way. Then you also have your buff for your pet, which is Brick. Next you could go Soothing Sand to kind of, do the breakout resistance for everybody. 10% control resistance, which is, kind of a good thing to have sometimes. But honestly, I want Brit doing the most possible damage and the most possible protection for me and my group possible, because Brick is my tank. So I go and I use Totem. You can use Shooting Sands or you can use Totem, whichever one you feel more comfortable with, but that's what I like to use. So right now I'm going to go down below and I'm going to show you what my loadout does and show you how I use it. Okay, so this isn't really for damage, but just kind of shows you what I do. So I call out Brick and I'm going to use one of my pulls. First one is Grip, then I'm going to use my Gemstone Shield. See, I pressed it 4 times, so I have 4 gemstones. Then I clipped everything else, have my crystal out, then I have Brick out. See how the X went down? You always want to clip that X, always. Want to keep him up, always, because every single time you hit that, you get a power deduction on any enemy attacks that come at you. So having that deduction in damage is really helpful as an Earth tank. But I hope you guys as much as you could from this video, and I'll see you soon. And quite honestly, I have an Earth DPS loadout coming out soon as well. This is my first video, so I'm sorry if I'm babbling. So catch you soon, all that good stuff, and have a good one, guys. Alright, this is the gamer himself, and it's always going to be a keeper when you're playing with me.